Hello, you two. Caboose here with Jake, and the Florida Airsoft group could not make it today, sadly. Say what's up, Jake.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
So we have a few topics of discussion today, and one pretty big announcement that we're gonna say a little bit later. So, so first topic of today is uh, Milsim events, the different degrees, and should majority of the Milsim events that are quite close to each other just merge? Jake, you
I've
want to go
never
first?
I've never played a Milsim event in Airsoft, so I can't really relate to that.
Well, just the idea that there's a few different Milsim hosts, if you will, that make Milsim games, and the rules are so close to each other. Do you think that the two or three um, hosts should just band together and make one big Milsim game?
I
Uh,
think that would make more sense probably for the consumer. Yeah, I could definitely see that being more successful if they were to work together to put on a scenario.
all right. So, well, let's say these two companies where that are very similar. One's located in the East Coast and another one's located in the Midwest. Do you think they should still go together?
Hmm. I guess that would depend on the location of where the fans would play, like where the consumers and the players would be at, because I don't know what it's like for the airsoft industry because I haven't really been in it that long. But paintballers will travel from one end of the earth to the other to play tournaments. I'm not necessarily sure if that's the same for airsoft.
If it's a good Milsim event, yeah, people will travel from all over the place. Operation Blackjack, we had people drive in from California and Florida.
Oh well,
hmm That's well, let's see, from you to the field where Operation Blackjack 2 was held, that's about a 500-mile drive, 600-mile drive. So from Florida to that field, that's what, about another 800 in total?
I would believe so. That's correct.
So yeah, I think it's great for different companies uh, with the same relations, if you will, when it comes to what they're doing, should work together.
Well, are there like any sort of national leagues for airsoft? Because again, coming from tournament paintball, there were national leagues for paintball tournaments. What about for airsoft?
All right, can you repeat that one more time? My phone turned itself down.
It's okay. So when I was playing paintball professionally, there were national leagues for paintball. Are there national leagues for airsoft?
Uh, there are some. Now, I don't know how big they are, how popular they are, but I do know there are some.
I see.
I want to say this announcement now, but I want to wait until later.
Well, if you want to announce it now, that's fine.
We'll give it another 5 minutes.
How many people are watching right now? Do you have a tally on how many people are watching?
Uh, as of right now, one, but it takes a couple minutes for it to update. So
I see.
it could go down to 0, it could go up to 5, 10, whatever.
Right.
So if people keep refreshing to see if we're checking the comments, which reminds me, uh, the count will change. But
I'm
but
reading a comment now I left on my Twitter account. He's asking, "Do I have any rifles for sale?" No, sorry, I don't have anybody.
womp womp. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. My channel.
Let's see if
Okay.
there's
My
anything on Facebook. I'm
channel.
not trying to ignore the show. I just want to see if anyone's left any comments.
Yeah. No one's left any comments yet on the YouTubes. So
So I just got
Oh,
done spray painting my Glock frame like a almost like a coffee color, if that makes any sense. It's like a coffee creamer sort of color.
it's interesting.
I can't wait till it's finished. Like when it's completely dry, I can assemble the frame together.
Nice. Yeah, just so you know, for some people in airsoft, because we airsofters are strange, you're not allowed to say Glock.
I've been told. It's like for whatever reason,
It's
the Glock
because
Corporation. Good.
yeah, yeah, and that's exactly why Glock won't freaking give out their licensing, so people got to make clones.
I noticed that a lot of companies, I don't want to say names necessarily on live TV, but a lot of companies will part out the guns if that makes any sense. Like they'll sell you the slide and the frame separately, probably for copyright infringement purposes. They can't sell you a complete unit. So if you buy the slide and then the frame and you put it together, then you've just completed the set, if you will, and that prevents the company from getting sued for copyright infringement.
Yeah, I'm just trying
But
to
it's like
figure out. Go ahead.
no other company besides Glock and Airsoft has an issue with licensing because it's like Heckler and Koch. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that name properly, but H&K licenses up their products, their guns to airsoft community, and people buy them up like they're hotcakes. And it's like
Well,
with Glock, it would just make more sense for them to license out their products. It's not like they're going to lose money.
hell, they're gonna gain money.
Officially licensed Glock in America for airsoft would be nice. I've heard of some foreign countries having officially licensed Glocks for airsoft, but not in the United States.
So would importing that technically be illegal? That's something
Technically,
I'm
yes,
curious.
but I don't think
Really?
anyone's going to come knocking on the door for an imported Glock.
I guess as long as you're not selling it, you're fine.
I don't think customs is going to come barging down anyone's door.
Gonna knock on the door from the International Airsoft Police.
I know, right?
Hey, we heard you got an illegal G series. Oh, you mean Hawk? Yeah, what about it? It has a licensing. It's not the same. Give it up now.
Give it up now. Yeah, that would be pretty hilarious.
It's just, if anybody from Glock is listening, just give up the freaking like somebody. Oh, sorry about that. Just it. Uh,
I'm trying to think of some other name, brand name
Someone in the
manufacturers
comments
off the top of my
said,
head. Good.
okay, what did I watch? He said OMG, he said the G word. Yeah, right now we're discussing the two as a separate, the G series, and then the licensing from you know who. So we're fine.
Right.
So it just give up the damn rights.
Anthony Anthony said, "LOL, my Glocks." Shh. Anthony, I just said that out loud. You'll live though. Well, I I was Skype chatting with Anthony. He showed me his two clocks, and they were made by We Tech, which is the same manufacturer for my engraved clock. And like his are like full auto, right? Mine's semi-auto only. So I was kind of jelly because his are full auto, and then like I YouTubed a clip just to see how fast they would shoot in full auto. I was like, oh my god! I mean, they're like really, really fast.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, freaking, they would make a heck of a lot of cash. So, but
My iPhone only has 2% battery life.
that's no bueno. Here, want me to ramble on a little bit while you go get a charger?
No, I'm fine.
All right.
Anthony, you can Skype, but you can't be in the live chat.
Yes, because that's just the way he rolls. So, but it's just, you know what? Maybe he's lying. He's just waiting for an invite.
I know, right? Anthony, do you want us to send you an invite?
That, 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 close.
Let's talk about BBs for a minute. Have you tried laser dots?
No, I haven't even heard of laser dots.
Well, I think they're a relatively new manufacturer, but my friend Kim introduced me to the series. I use like 0.25 gram BBs for my rifles and for my pistols. I think that's the lowest like gram weight that they produce is 25, but I know they make like 30 and 40. Oh, Anthony says he can't because he has homework.
Oh. Ah.
My semester's over already. No, it
Yeah.
starts up again in like 20 days.
Uh, okay, said we all love Glocks. Yeah, I'm okay with Glocks. I'm a
I love
1911
clocks.
myself. Give me someone with a 45, I'll be happy. So that's just the way I roll. You know what? You know what, Jake? In a
Good.
realistic standpoint,
Okay.
much rather have 45 or 9 millimeter. 45, more.
More
Uh,
stopping power.
yes, but less rounds, and M9 more rounds but less stopping power.
I would say the 45 because, like, I don't know. It's just like more stopping power, even though there's less rounds that I could carry. 45.
Yeah. And in a realistic standpoint, have you ever seen the ballistics on a 1911 firing a 45 UCP round?
No.
On the standard 45 ACP round from a 1911, when it impacts a target, it digs in a little bit and then it disperses into whole pieces. And so when it exits, you essentially have like 4 or 5 freaking bullets or shrapnel, whatever you want to call it, coming out at you.
Wow. An M9 could just go straight through. Like, the
Exactly.
bullet, like, would just go straight through.
Yep. Unless it's a hollow point, then it's going to stop halfway through,
Yeah, it would,
completely
like,
hit, and like,
mushroom.
yeah,
Yeah, it might still come out, but you're gonna have, like, a huge, massive tear.
exactly. So, but hey, so let's see, anything new in the comments?
So what kind of BBs have you shot? I've shot laser dots, I've shot Falcon because sponsored by Falcon, so of course I shoot their BBs, and I've shot Elite Force BBs, but that's the only three manufacturers I've ever shot for like my entire month of being in the sport.
I've used ASGs and Elite Forces. Uh, Personally, I don't see too much of a actual difference uh, between uh, ASG Devil Brand BB .25s and Elite Force .25s. Uh,
Right.
but mind you, though, I was using that weight of BBs on a gun that was shooting 315 or so. So about 315 feet per second on a .20.
I can get
So
about 330 feet per second with my rifles on point 25. I have high velocity rifles.
yeah, I would say when you're shooting below 350 or right at 350 um, feet per second on .20s, do not go to 2.8s. 2.8s will make the overall velocity slower, and believe it or not, you can actually see the BB coming, and you can get out of the
Hmm,
way if you have decent
gotcha.
reaction. If you're shooting about 360 or higher, 2.8s, perfect. It punches right through brush a lot more easily than 2.5 will.
Just out of curiosity, the higher the gram and the weight of the BB, does that mean it could potentially be lower velocity when it's discharged?
It will have a lower speed, yes, but the range in most cases when the velocity is a little bit higher will increase and the accuracy will increase uh,
Gotcha.
quite significantly, actually.
I see.
And quick thing, if you didn't know about this, if
Good.
you're using a gas or HPA setup, always
Hmm.
use a heavier gram BB.
You're
You have
cutting
so
in
much
and
more
out.
gas, you will get a lot more efficient performance at it. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. When you're using an HPA or gas system of any kind, always use a heavier gram BB because all that gas that's being pushed out, a lot more of it is being wasted because it's just pushing out a lightweight BB. So if you're like with me, for example, my KJW M9 and my Elite Force 1911, I run two
Hmm.
weights in those, and I can get about 100 and yeah, about 100 feet of range out of those if I properly tune up the hop up.
Right.
And everyone else gets about 50 feet of range.
How do you like that Elite Force 1911? My buddy Josh has one.
It is awesome, man. That thing, as long as you maintain it and keep it lubricated, that thing will friggin' run forever.
Is yours green gas or CO2?
Elite Force 1911s only come in
Mm,
CO2,
gotcha.
so
They have a Walter PPQ that I'm really interested in getting. That's green gas because like I saw it on their Vine account.
yeah. I still don't have PPQ. I was thinking about getting it from one of my friends, who's getting into airsoft. He doesn't have much for gear yet, but he needs something. It's a non-blowback, so it's going to be very efficient with the gas, and so yeah.
Right.
Actually, I think he's watching the stream right now. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
So yeah, let me check the comments. It's been a cool minute. So, just so everyone knows, we're actually gonna cut this off a little bit early, because YouTube's doing maintenance at 9 o'clock my time. So
Wow.
yeah, well, that's everywhere, but that's my time frame. So we got about another, I don't know, 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes.
Right.
So yeah, since we're at this point, we might as well go ahead and make the announcement. Jake.
Okay, so Thousand M Chief and I have joined forces together to produce our own team. Like so, Team Task Force Chocolate Chip. We have a Chicago branch and we also have an Atlanta branch. And we'll be playing our first tournament in June. Was it June?
June or July, depending on how scheduling goes.
And we'll be playing that in Chicago. There'll be a Milsim event.
Um, Actually, no, it's not Chicago. It's in
What?
Indiana.
Ah, gotcha.
So Sherwood Forest. It's either going to be Pandora's Box or Operation Blackjack 3. If any of you guys are thinking about going to a good first time Milsim event, this is those two events are one of the best that you can go to for a first timer. So restrictions loose, but what has been placed is for the sake of making it more realistic. Um, Granted, you can have one high cap for an AEG, but that's just so, like I said, a new guy can come in and get an idea what it's like.
I have a team that I have a team. Can we have a Florida team? Sure, Anthony, you can have a Florida team. We'll name it Task Force Chocolate Chip F for Florida.
No, Florida, you can't be a part of this.
Yeah, really. All all other 49
You
states.
have to wear chocolate chip.
Yeah, you have to wear chocolate chip
Poor
camo.
Florida.
That's pretty much like the only requirement really, because like that was already like VTAC's team colors were like chocolate chip. Ooh, SAS postponed until the new year.
Uh,
Yay.
okay, okay.
Sorry,
Rowan, I
wasn't
use
trying to get off
two
topic.
fives for my Polar Star. Right. Uh,
Yeah, Anthony,
well,
after the show, maybe we can talk about it after I get something to eat. But yeah, we could have a Florida team. That'd be cool. Oh my God.
that does mean you have to buy chocolate chip camo, though.
I'm sorry, I just saw this really funny meme on Facebook. It was like this poor squirrel, but never mind. I'll private message it to you after the show.
Right. Uh, yeah. Okay. Real quick. Yeah. I'm not sure if you already got this from what I said earlier. Try to upgrade to a 2.8 if you can.
Okay.
Unless your field only allows you to use 2.5s on a Polar Star setup. Actually, you should have been here 2 live shows ago. We had Polar Star Ben on air.
I was listening to it, but yeah, I wasn't actually like in the group.
Uh, so yeah. Oh yeah, quick thing. I've been looking into what is it called? uh, Milsom West. Recently, Jet the Desert Fox. I know I'm name dropping, but he recently started releasing videos of one of their games, and I was taking a look into it. Jake, we might have a small problem if we ever want to attend one of their games. um, the way that they have the factions set up is NATO, Russian, some sort of guerrilla forces, and the media. And in order
Ooh, I could be
for
the media.
yeah, in order for our team to actually be able to attend that event without getting a new camouflage, uh,
Yeah.
we have to have 9 or more people attend with our camouflage as our squad and prove that chocolate chip camouflage is a valid NATO type camo.
Uh, for desert combat, yeah, but probably not for like any sort of urban or woodland combat.
You would be surprised how well chocolate chip actually works in a wooded based environment.
I know ACE blends in pretty well, but I wouldn't know about chocolate chip. I'd have to see that.
Yeah, when I went to Operation Blackjack,
Anthony saw that squirrel picture too.
yeah,
Oh, can you hear me still? Oh,
yeah, I can still hear you.
I thought I accidentally closed out.
So, but yeah, when I was Operation Blackjack 2, this most recent July, um, what do you want to call it? I'm blanking here. Um, I had
As you
chocolate
always
chip.
do.
Yes, I had chocolate chip pants and a like a tan shirt on, short sleeve shirt,
Right.
and the ground, since it was more of a dirt base than it was a grass base, it actually worked out quite well.
That's
Was it
cool.
the best? No, but did it work? Yes. Did it work better than digital desert? Yes. Eh,
I like black. Black goes with anything.
well, not when you're actually trying to blend into stuff and then it sticks out like a sore thumb.
I think I could blend into bushes just fine in black.
Hmm. Maybe with green accents, maybe, but
Yeah.
so. But yeah, what do you want to call it? If we ever go to a Milson West event, yeah, we're gonna have to bring 9 or more people wearing choco chip camo.
We could just get whole new uniforms for that matter.
Yeah, but that kind of defeats the purpose of having
Chocolate chip
the
camo.
yeah. Well, not just the camo itself, but the team with that name,
Yeah, that's true.
Task Force Chocolate
Task Force for chocolate chip. I could bring some cookies. Maybe that could resemble the name. Just bring some cookies, pass them out. No?
Mm-hmm. So that's why they call you Chocolate Chip. No,
Exactly.
it's because we wear the camo, but this is the best we could do.
I know, right?
Nah, I'm fairly certain that we could actually wear six pattern desert as long as we can bring that 9-person minimum.
Right.
But tickets are freaking, unless you get them on sale, is $150 a person for a
Okay.
2 day. But yet they have pyrotechnics, vehicles, and Jet's most
Ooh,
recent video, freaking, they did a quote parachute drop, whatever you want to call it. Uh, they jumped out of the back of a truck with pretty much no lights on. They had to hook up on the wires and all that stuff and jump out like how they would on the most part. Kind of bad to
that would
belly
be
flop
so
down to
cool.
the ground
I
from a
would
moving truck.
I would so want to do that if they would allow me to. I'd probably have to sign a waiver, but
Oh yeah, there's going to be a waiver. They're going to
we'll let
recommend
you
you wear
jump
a
out of the heli.
helmet.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't wear helmets for airsoft. I can't stand having anything on my head like that. I just wear my Dye I-Force, my paintball mask.
Yeah. Can you even see out of that mask the dyes?
Yeah, I can see fine out of it.
All right, let me rephrase that. Can you even aim down your sights with it on?
What are you saying? They make great masks.
I never actually used a dye mask, but I know people that tend to have to get rail riser mounts for optics because it's hard to see. Can't get a good cheek weld.
Yeah.
That's why I moved to lower face mask and goggle setup, and
Well,
if not, I'm good.
you really wouldn't be able to use a cheek rest with it because it would be kind of that awkward, like I don't know, mask bumping into the cheek rest sort of thing. So
Exactly.
that's probably why their sides are getting affected, is they're using a cheek rest. Well, you can't really use a cheek rest if you're wearing any sort of lower facial
Well,
like protection.
not even just a cheek rest. It's just trying to get a good cheek weld. Actually getting your
Yeah,
face down onto the butt of the rifle. You
right.
can't really do that all that well with a full face mask unless it's like the Proto Switch I had. Um, that thing had the lower part of it was rubber, so I could just quickly hey, rubber against my face, but this is fine. I could see.
That reminds me of Proflexes. You can pull the bottom part up, you can curl it. So like I've used that in airsoft before, so I can still have lower face protection, but you can curl up the bottom. It's pretty cool.
Okay, posted. We had someone in our field wearing the FOB. Some guy in the middle of the fight pass out cakes.
That would be horrible.
And this MR pad does work good in the woodland. I've seen that as well. Hey, okay, where are you located? What state? If you don't
Georgia.
mind me asking, that is.
No, I don't mind you asking. Georgia.
No, okay, the guy in the chat.
Oh, sorry.
Is that right? So, but yeah, I don't know. Do you think we can get 9 people at some point?
Mm, possibly. I might have to
Disregard
refute it.
uh, disregard that last. Can we get 9 people that would be willing to freaking play for 40 hours straight and have to sleep in the field and eat MREs?
Uh, I don't camp. I'm just gonna put that out there now. My idea of roughing it is staying in a 4-star hotel. Okay, I don't camp, and I'm not gonna eat an MRE. I'm gonna go to like a McDonald's or maybe like I don't know, a Burger King or something like that.
So you're gonna abandon the mission?
Yes, I would abandon the
Be
mission to
found
go
by
get something
firing
to eat,
squad.
go get something to eat, and then come back and play.
They have Boulder Stars with .4 gram BBs in full
But
auto.
if I'm hungry, I want a Big Mac. I want a Big Mac now.
Yeah. You can eat after the show.
I can't go 48 hours straight without eating. I would die.
Yeah, I could go for it. I'd probably pass out halfway through, but that'd just be me. Enemies over there! Pfft, I'm hit.
There's no way I would go more than like 2 hours without eating. I'm a fat kid.
Yeah. freaking you and I would probably end up passing out freaking halfway through the 40-hour event.
I keep Smarties in the buck stock of my Firehawk because like there's a battery compartment in the stock itself, like a spare battery compartment. I keep Smarties in it. I tried putting some Tootsie Rolls, but they melted.
Yeah, that actually that's kind of one reason why I want to get an a HK 416 stock. Uh, I forgot who made it. You have two tubes for the nunchuck battery, or you can use the butt plate. It has extra space where you can actually put like an 8.4 volt battery, the smaller block one.
Right.
You just freaking stick a candy bar in that spot.
As a matter of fact, I'll get my Firehawk out and I'll show you guys. Let me turn on my camera in just a second.
Will it even work?
It came with a 7.4 LiPo stock, but I swapped it out for a 9.6 volt nanotech. Let me turn my camera around. Give me just a second here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you
Let's
guys
see,
can...
we're about to see a modified Firehawk with secret stuff.
Alright, so that compartment I'm pointing at, that's where I keep like candy and stuff. See that?
Hmm. Yeah, that was normally supposed to hold batteries, I think it was, for like flashlights and lasers.
Yeah, pretty much. I put candy in it.
Fool, you shirtless.
Well, I'm sorry. Just got out of the shower not too long ago.
We can all see, fool.
I
I just feel strange talking.
need to go back.
Kid. Alright, let's see. Ah, okay, is from Florida.
Anthony, go back to doing your homework. Next. You skipped out on the show. Go back to doing your homework.
Yeah, it's nice to be in college, even though I'm not exactly in yet, but actually I'm thinking about freaking not even going to this college because they're thinking about moving it to the south side of Chicago, and as a majority of people know, South Side is one of the most talked
Sounds
about
pretty rough.
areas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds pretty rough.
rough is an understatement.
If you guys will excuse me for a minute, I'm gonna go get some chips. I'll be right back.
Okay, time for me to ramble. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Holy emails, Batman. Live show. That reminds me, I need to connect my phone from the YouTube. So, what was I gonna say? Ooh, hey, text. I know I should probably be talking about something, but yeah. Anyway, you know what? I know exactly what we're gonna talk about. Multicam. Not a big fan of it. Granted, it works, but just almost every single person wearing it. I know we're supposed to, play soldier and stuff, but come on. Do we really have to go with multicam? They use more than just multicam. Eh, I don't know. I'm not totally against multicam, but I just wish that people would go out and try to get some variety um, out there. It, legitimately, out of a year and some odd months of playing Airsoft, the only other person I've ever seen wear chocolate chip camo was one of the refs who actually wore chocolate chip camo when he was serving. I find it to be a little ridiculous though with the whole entire multicam. Does it work? Yes. Do I like it? Not really. But hey.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, let's see. Okay, you have a scar you are looking at.
Yeah, I
And
think Anthony got a scar today,
like,
by the way.
kidding, kidding.
Can you hear that
Just
munching sound in my microphone? Or am I good?
Sounds like you're eating a lot of food at once. Let's just put it that way. So,
I get
classic
hungry.
army, I would personally avoid until they renew the internals for the Scar. Only recently, classic army has actually made a comeback in their internal qualities. Uh, WeTech, although they primarily make gas guns, I would say check out that Scar. If you're willing to get some tech done on the classic army, go for it. Uh, what part on it that keeps failing on the classic army guns, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I would imagine you'd be able to find loads of friggin' videos to find. Uh, Actually, Airsoftology, Jonathan, he went over a classic army M4 recently, and he pointed out what was one of the big problems of the classic army gearbox. I guess I could mute the mic.
Hey, to answer your question, Anthony, no, I don't know what brand it is. Can you tell me?
What are you guys talking about?
Anthony sent me a message on Skype.
Well, that I know, but brand for what? I'm trying to remember. I was ranting on about something, I don't remember what. Oh yeah, multicam. How I think it's a bit more popular. And how there's other camos for people to use if they want to play soldier.
You still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, your microphone went up.
Ah, sorry about that. I was ranting on about how multicam I think is a bit over popular. And the fact that, yeah, sure, we're here to play soldier, but come on, there's other camos. What do you think? I know you haven't been in the airsoft community for too long, but I'm fairly certain that you've seen a lot of people rocking multicam.
Mm, I guess it's personal preference. If you're gonna play indoors, maybe you should get like solid dark colors like black or gray or something like that.
Or
But
UCP.
because tree camo indoors doesn't really work out that well. But ACU tends to blend into the obstacles pretty well.
UCP, aka ECU, even though ECU is the cut, um,
Mhm.
it's a decent camouflage for indoors. Outdoors, like I stated a few live shows back before you and Anthony even started talking, um,
Mhm.
UCP, if it's the darker version where it has a little bit more green in it, isn't too bad in the wintertime in a forest area.
Mhm.
So a lot of snow, but
Most
that's
of them.
contrast with the trees. Yeah.
Mm. It doesn't really sound on Georgia that much.
So let's see. What did OK say? All right. No problem. Okay. If you want to go for, uh, if you have a bit of a higher budget, but you're preferring to look for a lower end, not lower end, but lower price Scar, yeah, WeTech, if you have money to spend and you don't mind spending it, go with the G&G or VFC. There's not really too much in a difference between them. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Yeah, you like Desert Marpat. Yeah, Marpat's a nice camouflage, just eh. Personally, it's just I like it,
Mhm.
just not my cup of tea. Jake, have you ever seen Marpat?
No, but I can probably Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, Marpat and Atax, they're both pretty good camouflages personally. Just like I said, it's just not my personal cup of tea. We
Right.
need a British guy in here. And I know that's completely random, but we need a British guy in here. I don't care.
Well, I don't really like Marpat that much. No, I don't really like that shade. Hmm.
Mm,
Okay,
I,
sorry.
I,
I know it's probably munching into my microphone, but I had to eat something.
that's all right. And Marpat, I'm pulling up some photos now because I know what it looks like, but just trying to remember exactly. Yeah,
It's almost like digital, the way that it's like digital, but I don't really like the colors.
desert. Like I said, it's good. It's just personally, I think it's a little bit too bright. I know sand, I know what sand looks like, but just uh, for the sake as a general use camo, I think it's a little bit too bright or light, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't really think that's a good idea for general use.
Oh yeah, I just remembered something else. Yeah, pretty much no matter what big name Wilson company we go to, uh, your headgear is pretty much going to have to match what faction you're on. So if you're on, let's say, Russian, and Russian tends to be green, you're gonna have to have like a green baseball cap or something. And
Or Millsum event talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Sorry, I thought I said Milsim.
Oh, I probably didn't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. If you have any more questions, let us know now because, like I said, we're gonna end up cutting this off a little bit early. So go ahead and get your
Yeah,
questions
sorry.
in. Concern.
Didn't have any special guests.
Yeah.
Probably after the first, we'll have special guests like from Falcon, some representatives from Falcon, and maybe some like other representatives. But most of the industry leaders are pretty busy with the holidays right now, so no one from like Laser Dots was able to be on the show. They said after the first of the year they would be more than willing to, but we'll have to schedule that out in advance.
Hmm. Oh yeah. That reminds me real quick. The next live show is gonna be January 5th.
Okay, I'll make sure to make note of it. So
Oh,
then this is the last show, the
last show
2014.
of the new year. Yeah. Oh, alrighty.
Happy.
I can't
I
believe
won't
it's
see
already
you
New
guys
Year.
until then.
Oh, what was that?
I said I won't see you guys until next year.
Hmm. No, there's Facebook. All right. OK is asking, what do you think of tanks and stuff for pickup games?
Let me plug in my headphones. I don't think I heard that.
I think it's
Just a
cool,
sec.
interesting, um, as long as they are uh, appropriately adapted to the situation. It's cool to just have a tank rolling around just to say, hey, there's a tank at my field and it just drives around. And it's another thing to say, hey, guess what? We have a tank and we're going around freaking getting out of it, taking on heavy fire from every which way. It's just, it depends on how it's implemented into the game. I can't really speak for Jake because I think he just left. Jake, you still here?
No, I'm still here.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm still here. I wanted to say something. Like when I was playing paintball tournaments and stuff, they had tanks, right? And like the only way you could take out a tank in paintball was if you would like shoot it with an RPG with like a foam. Nerf, like a Nerf bullet, like one of the footballs soaked in paint, right? How
Mhm.
do you take out a tank in airsoft?
There's multiple ways. One of them is to, like, let's say the tank's parked and it has an open hole, toss a grenade in there and blow everyone up inside. Put a thing
Ooh,
of
ooh,
C4
could I
on
be
it.
like Fury? Could I be like in the movie Fury? I don't know if you saw that, but like the Germans took over that tank that the Americans were in. Could I just do that? Like open up the hatch and start shooting everybody?
Yeah. Spoiler, man, I didn't see the movie.
Oh well, oops, spoiler and everything. It'll probably be out on DVD in like a month or two.
Nah, I wasn't even gonna see it. Uh, but what do you
It
want to
was
call
really
it?
good. It was actually really good.
So, yeah, grenade in the tank. I personally, I just hope it's not a Thunder Bee because freaking that
Oh,
echoing.
I have thunder grenades. I'm sorry, I meant tornado grenades. Blah.
Yeah, tornado grenades are nice. I like how they can be implemented in different ways as an impact or a timer or a bang or
Yep.
tornado effect. So anyway, but you can take them out via C4 or a rocket launcher or mortar attacks in
That
some
would be pretty
cases.
cool.
Mortars and airsoft, so cool.
Did they have BBs inside of them?
It depends on the place. Some places they'll have a plastic mortar set up with a little bit of weight in it, and it'll just launch. And if you're within a 20-foot radius, you're dead. Um,
Hmm.
in other cases, they'll have a thin plastic shell to where on impact BBs go flying everywhere, and
That would
in
be
some
so cool.
cases it's just like a little cup that just
Oh.
shoots the BBs out and it flies everywhere,
I
which is
want to
nice.
use drones for airsoft. I want
Yeah,
to like get a drone and somehow I don't know crudely tape an AEG onto it and remote control it.
order one from Red Jacket Firearms and just replace the gun with an airsoft gun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that would work.
all right.
I don't think a Walmart drone like what I have would do. It probably would weigh too much.
All right. Okay, we have just enough time for one more quick question uh, before we do the announcements real quick and sign off.
Okay.
So, actually, let's do the announcements before he can get a question out just to make time shorter. Uh, Jake, any announcements?
Hmm.
Go.
Do I have any announcements?
Yes.
Uh, I might be at SS Airsoft in Atlanta in like 3 weeks' time. So if anyone wants to see me there, that'd be cool. I'm pretty sure I'm the only guy there that will be wearing a Jake PB jersey.
Not a N.A.B shirt.
I'm getting those printed up. That should take about 2 or 3 weeks for them to get done printing.
All right. Just so you know, the
But yeah,
address is.
well, I'll definitely.
Go
Mm.
ahead.
Well, I was about to say, I have your address on file, so when they're done, I'll give you guys the tracking information.
All right. Just so you know, that is my cousin's address because, like I told you, freaking shipping in my area is absolutely hectic.
Hmm.
So,
It's cool.
yeah. Announcements for me. I should be uploading a video tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up. Actually, no way, I can't upload a video. I'm gonna upload a video either Thursday or Friday. Um, because this week I am working, going to the dentist, and just a whole bunch of stuff. And with it taking me up to 5+ hours to upload one video, yeah.
Dang.
So
It takes me like 15 minutes to upload a video.
yeah, I hope we go back to Comcast because this taking me 5 hours to upload one video is a little ridiculous.
Very.
I don't know. So the video will be uploaded sometime later this week. Uh, Florida, does he have any announcements? Do you know?
Mm, he got a scar earlier today.
Scars and
That's about
gun.
the only announcement I have. No, like scars on the gun.
Okay, nice. Uh, well, I think that's really it for announcements. I might be going to Fear
Yeah.
City this upcoming Sunday. That's really it.
When I get done with this, I'm gonna go check on my lock frame, see if it's like still baking. Cause like it's underneath the light now, and the light bakes. So I'll post pictures of it on N.A.B's website when it gets done.
All right. Uh, well, this was the National Airsoft Broadcast, December 15th, 2014. Like I said, next time you guys see us won't be January 1st, 2015. So happy New Year, happy
The first?
yeah,
Did you say the first?
no, the 5th.
Oh, okay.
The
Sorry, I was
first
about
time.
to say New Year's Day. I'll probably,
That's
yeah, I
right.
was about to say I'll probably be out partying.
So, so yeah,
Oh
happy
yeah,
New
but
Year,
anyways, happy holidays, happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you
Yeah,
celebrate. All right, bye.
yeah, that's why I just say happy holidays. I can cover everything. Bye.